without you. We're in your jurisdiction. Yeah, I need these things. Okay, good afternoon. My name is Dunn, and it's my privilege to chair the King County Flood District. The King County Flood District is a county-wide unit of local government, a special purpose district that has put nearly $250 million of flood infrastructure and protection measures across King County. We are an independent government that is managed by 9 supervisors who also happen to be county council members. Our principal contractor is King County, and we've done a lot of good work across this whole area to protect flooding of businesses, homes, and property. Of the largest flood districts in the country, we put more money every year into projects and less into overhead than any other flood district across the country. We're very proud of that. So we're here today to announce aggressive emergency actions to protect the city of Pacific from what could be very significant flooding this fall and this winter. The King County Flood District, combined with King County government, the city of Pacific, and in partnership from the Army Corps of Engineers, are placing additional temporary emergency flooding measures. They're called HESCO barriers along 3 sections of the White River here in the city of Pacific, nearly 3,000 feet. It came to our attention through some diligent field observations that additional sedimentary buildup here in the river near the city of Pacific was higher than previously anticipated. This is a glacier-fed stream, and a lot of sediment comes down the river and changes the dynamic bottom of the river, which can raise the level and increase flooding in a flood event. So we are confronting this risk head-on right now by putting up barriers along 3,000 feet. It's estimated that perhaps a 2-year flood event could inundate the city with significant flooding. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, at no cost to King County or to the King County Flood District, has provided us with these additional HESCO barriers to increase the length in some cases and also the height in other cases of the barriers along the westerly side of the river bank. And I want to thank the Army Corps of Engineers who are here today for providing those free barriers. In addition, the King County Flood District has authorized the use of up to $425,000 to install these HESCO barriers and fill them with sand. Some of the operations you're seeing behind us right now. Construction will be quick. It'll take approximately 2 to 3 weeks to complete this, and the residents can expect to see increased truck traffic and construction in the designated areas during this time. The locations for these include the White River Bank near the 3rd place southeast side, Pacific Park, and the eastern edge of what we call White River Estates. In addition to these emergency actions which we are taking to help remedy the problem, significant money has been put forth by the Flood District for a permanent solution, including much higher levees with paths along them and a significant buyout of the other side of the river, which will allow the channel to widen out, reducing the water level. So that's kind of what we're here today to talk about. I wanted to introduce Supervisor Pete von Reichbauer, who is the person who represents this district and has been a key leader on flood issues as well. Pete?
Thank you, Reagan, and thank you for being here. It's hard to imagine on a sunny day in October what happened here in 2009. We lost $5 million in residential costs and about $10 million in commercial job losses here in this region when we had the flood of 2009. It's appropriate that in this week we celebrate Halloween, trick or treat, that we recognize how important it is to treat this problem or else we do damage later to this community. Many families were uprooted as a result of what happened in 2009, and we lost millions of dollars in commercial jobs as a result. I want to thank then council member and now county executive Constantine for his leadership, both as a council member and as county executive, in recognizing the needs of South King County. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce the county executive, Constantine.
Thank you, Pete, and thank you to all of you for being here today.
The city of Pacific is no stranger to flooding. The HESCO barriers have provided good flood protection since 2009 when we had the last major floods. The sediment accumulates, and we're in a weather cycle that has historically produced some of our most significant storms. So we need to do additional work now to protect the people of Pacific. Extending the HESCO barriers, raising them in places, will help protect Pacific in the short term. And I'm pleased that King County can play a part. You see, our Water and Land Resources Division will manage the placement of the extended barriers, and our Roads Services Division will install them. But to reduce the flood risk long term, we must move forward with projects that set back selected levees to allow room for the waters of the river to re-enter their historic floodplain across from where we're standing right now. To accomplish this, King County and the Flood District will take out some old levees across the river and rebuild them further back from the river's edge. This will give more room for the river to fan out during high flows, increasing the capacity of the channel to hold water and provide more area for gravel to be deposited. Both of these actions will make Pacific safer. I want to thank the Flood District for authorizing the funding to get this job done. I want to thank the Army Corps of Engineers for its generous donation of 3,000 lineal feet of HESCO barriers. Thank you. And we want to thank Pierce County, which is right there. Pierce County's offered tremendous cooperation and support. And finally, I appreciate the support and collaboration of the new Mayor of Pacific, Leanne Guier. She and her staff have been working diligently with King County and the Army Corps to get ready for this flood season. As I said, Pacific is no stranger to serious flooding. But while Mother Nature is increasingly unpredictable, we are doing what we can today, while the sun shines, to keep this community safe. Here's the Mayor of Pacific, Leanne Guier.
Thank you, County Executive. Welcome everybody to the City of Pacific, and I can't express gratitude that the City of Pacific, the residents have, working with King County Council, the King County Executive, and Army Corps of Engineers and Pierce County. When we experienced the flood in 2009, I was actively a part of the volunteer process and saw how it affected our citizens, and I'm really grateful that we're able to put some protection in place and move forward and protect property, residents, and businesses for any potential damage. Now, it doesn't eliminate the fact that flooding could occur, but it sure helps us in moving forward and minimizing any damage that could occur. And so I really want to thank all of you for your support and coming here and helping Pacific and moving us forward in this effort. And I would like to remind all of the citizens of Pacific that we are going to be having a town hall meeting at our Pacific Gym at 6:30 tomorrow evening to discuss more of the activity that is going along the White River and educate our neighbors and our residents all the activity that's taking place and how it's going to benefit this community. Without the help of all these partnerships, we could not make this happen, and we're very grateful. And thank you very much.
So I think we've given you a gist of what's going on. I want to thank all the people that participated, and at this time we'd open it up to any questions that you have for anyone.